I'm trying to get my camera to quit wiggling around here with that wind blowing it. There, is that stable enough? All right, can y'all see me now? Can you hear me? I don't mean to scare you. I am ugly. Hey, Richard. Gonna get rigged up, kind of. Looks like you the only one in here, Richard. That's all I see. Hopefully I'm doing this right. Since you said it looks good, I guess I'm doing good. Me and Gregory are out here at the lease. One of Gregory's good spots. Hey, Gregory, could you get my box for me, would you please? And Leatherman. Well, no, just the regular box, but then the Leatherman also. Thank you, son. I'm just getting started getting some stuff baked up here. That line was all kinds of frayed. This place that I'm at now, it's a 22-acre little lake. It's about 8 foot deep. The water's in the 80s. It's warm water. Thanks, Richard. I've been trying to figure this whole uh, StreamYard thing out so I can get going live on YouTube. And the when I had a broken phone since Saturday, I dropped it while I was putting the dogs out. It hit my wheelchair and broke the screen, so that wasn't very good. I just heard something jump. Now that rod just needs a bait. Gregory, Gregory's over here fishing around the rocks trying to get me some bait. Now, while he's doing that, I'll see if I can get some action going. This is I'm going to use one of my little jigs there, about 6 inches up from the bobber or down from the bobber. Let's see what happens. Oh, Gregory got a bait. He beat me to it. Yeah, bring it here. I'll put it on. Gregory got us a nice little live green perch. I think that'll work pretty good for bait. I'm gonna fall out of my chair trying to grab the rod. Get the scale off there. Okay, there's one rod out. In Kansas, you can only have two unless you have a third pull permit, which I do have a third pull permit. But fishing at the lease here where I'm at, we usually do mostly catch and release. Now they got some big crappie. If you guys check out my crappie fishing video from back a couple months ago, them big crappie that I was catching, they was from here. Look, see, Gregory, you need to come over here where they can see you. Gregory got another one. Here, give me that one. I'll put this that one on this one. Look there, Gregory got another little one. Perfect size. Maybe get a bass or catfish or something. And I'm doing these kind of drop shot style. I don't know. I don't know what else you call that, but that's what I call it. Hey, my wife is watching. That Naomi Lemon's my old lady. Hey, baby, how you doing? Thanks for letting me go. And get that one out there. Hi, Gregory. Can you hand me that pole holder? It's just out of my reach, just ever so slightly. Thank you, thank you. Gregory in there. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Remember, give me some likes, and I'll everybody that subscribed to me earlier on NJ Fishing Channel, I'll hit you guys up in a few days. That way it sticks. Oh, you missed him, Gregory. Get him. Oh, hey, that's a better size. We better put him in a bucket because I want that one for this rod, but I'm not gonna. We already got one on there. I don't want to hurt that one for nothing. Give him a big back wound. I twisted my eye. That's good. Well, you're working hard with that heavy bucket. Dang, Gregory, show them. There's your big bait. That's too big. Here, you gotta show him. Hold it by his mouth and hold him up. No, you gotta hold it up here. There you go. They can see that. Right on, Gregory. There's some big fish in here, but to use bait that big, it'll be at night. I think they like your jig better, Gregory. Brought my 12 footer. Wouldn't have had that. Well, we're all baited that big bait. So let's get that other rod out there with some worm on there. Boy, that thing got all wonky. There. Oh, time to break out worms. Need to get some more action going. $7 for 2 dozen. Better keep your worms cold. Gregor got another one. Let's see if any baby kitty cats in here today. I think you're too far off screen, Gregory. They can't see you. Just throw it. Or no, let's throw that one in the bucket too. That way we have a backup. There. But for a little bit, you can let the rest of yours go. Maybe if you catch another nice little smaller one like that. I don't know. Today is pretty warm. It's, I think when we pulled up, it said 92 degrees. So I don't know what that is in Celsius, but got you another one. Yep. Throw it back. Oh, I got a hit. I got a hit. Oh, I got a hit on the big rod too. Or maybe that's Gregory wriggling the rock. Wiggle, Gregory. See if that's you wiggling the rock. Yep, that is you wiggling the rock. Well, I had a bite, but it didn't quit. Okay. Now, hopefully it ain't a turtle. If so, he's going to have a, I guess it's a bee cake on a turtle because turtle don't have teeth. May just been get that green perch getting frisky. Boy, he's going to bite it again. Nope. Nada. At least I still got my worm. Well, this is my first live, guys. I figured it out. It just took me a minute. I'm glad I got enough internet here. I'll bounce that worm back. Maybe something will tag it. Make it move and make people see it, or make the fish see it. The big pole got a little shake. Now somebody else came in. I got 4 watching. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. This is my first one. Now, if we could just get the fish to cooperate, Gregory's giving some entertainment catching bait like he always does. Sometimes I just sit back after I get my big poles out and just sit there and watch Gregory do his thing. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and rig another hook up. In Kansas, we're in Kansas, South Central. Right now I'm about probably 10 minutes from on west of Wichita. So maybe 15. But I'm gonna add another hook to this rig. So I got my weight here and I got a hook here. And this is only 6-pound line, but it's Gammo brand. They're not sponsored by any means. I like the line because it's got, even though it's 6-pound, it's got like a 9 or 10-pound breaking strength. So, but anyways, what I do is I just make a loop and I'll spin that loop through 4 times, 2, 3, 4, and then tie off however long I want that tag to be. So a couple inches, and then I'll put another hook in there, and then I'll have 2 hooks on my setup. Well, if I can get 1 hook out, not 25, all right. Then I just pinch the line, stick it through the eye, wrap it over the hook, and tighten it up. And that works for me. I don't know if it would work for everywhere, but where I'm at, these fish are, you got some big fish in here, but mostly they're catfish you catch are 2 to 5 pounds. And lately it's been seeming like they're more like, the 3-pound area. So, in that 2 to 5, but there's been a lot of 3s lately. So there we go. Now we got 2 hooks rigged up on that rod. So hence you can call it, it's kind of, there's 2 of us in this program, me and Gregory. So that's why we named it double hook, but also, you get a double hook and this double hook, and it just seemed to work out pretty good. Hey, somebody else came in. Hi. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Gregory, Richard Davis says howdy. Oh, I guess it says Richard Jarvis. Sorry, there's a glare coming off the lake. It's hard to kind of read what says there. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate it. Gregory appreciates it. Sorry, I got your name wrong there, bud. With all this gray hair, the tint on my glasses, and as bad as my eyesight getting, I can't hardly read anything on the screen when it's sunny. But at least I got my phone fixed so I could do this today. I tried to do this the other day and I just couldn't get her done. And then I found out that my channel wasn't my uh, default channel for some reason. So all that straightened out because now I can see y'all. Hey, somebody else joined in. Howdy, howdy. Hey, we're getting some movement on the big rod. I found that ledge that's out there. I gotta move over and get to the other rod. I hope it ain't a turtle. Hope it's a big catfish just sitting down there sucking it in slow. Right on, Richard. Right on, Don. Fishing it up around the Topeka area. Yeah, I've been wanting to go up there, especially to Milford, but it's I don't want to drive 2.5 hours to get up there and then find it's just too hard for me to get down to the water in some spots. I've been up there before, but what I really want to do is go to Milford and crawl down that mill race dike and get to the water. My wife doesn't like that idea too well, and I keep bringing it up. So, hey, Gregory, Richard is from the UK. He's watching from the UK. Isn't that cool? He got a big smile on his face, Richard. He thought that's pretty cool that you're from the UK. Yeah, and it's 92 today, uh, Arlie, and I the humidity's kind of low, but it's still there. You can kind of feel it. Get a little damp, but it's all good. Now, if we could just catch something worth, big. Yeah, here in Kansas, you guys can chum water, and sometimes I think about it, but what do you guys think? You guys think it's cheating chumming water? Hey, Richard Jarvis, I appreciate you kind of moderating for me. I seen you doing that earlier when I was watching NJ, and whoops, ain't paying attention. I'm trying to see what all was on the screen there, rubbing my line. Hey, look, there's something big going on with the big rod again. I think a turtle found my green perch. Is kind of acting turtley, just doing that little bit of, give her line a tug type thing. Because I don't think that green perch would have enough to pull it. And you never know. He got a hook in his back. He's pretty mad. I kind of feel sorry with now that my wife had her wreck last year and she's got her back was all jacked up too. She had surgery and rods and cadavers and bone put in there, 2 cadaver bones, and 2 rods, a bunch of screws. We kind of thought we was going to be doing wheelchair derby with each other, but it all worked out for the good. She's getting back to normal, as much as normal is going to ever be. Hey, Richard from Tennessee, right on. How you doing? Hopefully that wind ain't too bad, guys. Gregory got another one, and I was in the way. Come and show them what jig you're using, Gregory. He's using one of my jigs that I tie. Usually I got about until about 2:30, 3 o'clock underneath this shade tree before I get in the sun. So we'll see how long my battery will last. Right now I'm running at 86%. So we've been going for 30 minutes, 32 minutes now, and I've only used that much. So it should hold out for a while. I just wish we could get some action going. I'll wiggle my worms out there, make them do something. I keep seeing stuff jump out here. Maybe I should throw the cast net. Last time I tried throwing the cast net here, I got something. Bluegill. Gregory catching green perch and I'm getting bluegills. Well, there's my first fish. I'm not skunked. It's always nice to not be skunked, even though I'd have rather caught that on the fly rod. It's all good. No damage done. Little quick flip back in and he's gone. And I even got all my worm left. He wanted it moving. Well, the skunk is gone, even though it's a bluegill. Was your other rod taking off? Or are you moving it? Well, I don't know what that was. I tell you guys, for the last couple of weeks, it's been 100 plus degrees. It just been too hot. I'll move you guys just there a little bit. I hate seeing that horizon line back there at an angle. It drives me nuts. Yeah, I'm wondering if live bait's going to be the thing today. Maybe just might try some cut bait if we don't get. Heck, if we leave them green perch out there long enough, they may be cut bait by the turtles. Yeah, and I get impatient. I like to play with my rod. If something hits that big rod again, I'm gonna reel it in just to see. Hey, I see a bunch of movement over there. That big rod getting ducked down. Get up there and hit that tree. I bet you the turtle. He's gonna be too turtley. Well, I should probably leave it alone, but I'm gonna play with it. Yeah, I don't feel nothing on there but the. All I feel is slight movement, and I think that's the perch or the green sunfish. Yeah, curiosity's killing me. That's just the bait. Get up on top of the water. Now ski across. You got turtle marks on you. Still alive. He's still alive. And he ain't got no turtle marks. You just over there a little bit more. Takes just a couple seconds for it to hit bottom. I'm assuming it's probably only 4 or 5 feet deep. Oh no, I haven't ran over that area with a kayak yet. It says Ari says I tried some 60 and finished until the heat got to me. Tipped. Right on. Yeah, bluegills. I love eating bluegills. My wife prefers crappie, but man, I love bluegill. Usually, when we go in the springtime and we only catch a couple crappie, but we catch a couple dozen bluegill, we'll I'll fry up them bluegill too. Oh, I got a bite. I ain't paying attention. It's little, but I got it. Another bluegill. That one's pretty. These bluegill are out there kind of deep. I'm probably all 50 feet out with this rod. That's some. That'd be good eating. Fry that thing whole. That's what I do. I probably should keep a few, but I can't remember what my wife said we was having for dinner tonight. Yeah, the bluegill are some of my favorite. I do love crappie. Don't get me wrong, I do love crappie, but I love eating bluegill too. I'm not much for eating catfish just because in Kansas they so many parasites in the catfish. I just, if I'm in a big lake, big reservoir, and we catch catfish, I usually keep them because they're pretty clean. Yeah, when we're jigging in the spring, I catch a whole bunch of catfish off of jigs, especially when it gets later when the crappie are winding down a little bit. Once y'all see that action going down, Gregory's getting bite. I don't know if y'all can see Gregory right there or not. Yeah, I guess you can. Thank you. We need some big takedowns, not these little baby takedowns. Ah, Gregory got something good. What you got, Gregory? Gregory got him a crappie. Look at that crappie. Yeah, bring that over here. You got to bring it closer so they can really see it. Did he swallow it? We may we may end up with a crappie for dinner after all. I didn't bring no ice chest or nothing. Well, there's Gregory's crappie, guys. But the thing swallowed the hook pretty good. I can't get my finger down there far enough. Here, you take it. And so we'll fillet it out and throw the fillets in the cooler. Oh, you want me to do it? No, here. You fish it out. Go over there and do your surgery. You got it? It just barely hit. Here, let me try. Maybe we can save it. I hate killing the poor thing. In this heat, we've already had it out of the water too long. Yeah. All right, go over there and dispatch of it. Here. Well, Greggy's got to make a crime scene. Well, I guess if you're still watching, dear, says if you're still watching, I guess you're going to eat some crappie later. Says the Tennessee River catfish are clean river system. Right on, Arlie. Yeah, we catch a lot of striped bass and things like that. Did you kill it? Oh no, you got that out there good. Go see if it'll survive. See if it'll float and if it'll swim off, fine. If not, then we'll keep it. It was out of the water for a couple minutes, so I mean it's crappie in there. So delicate. You gonna make it? See if it'll swim off. It's staying upright. It's just kind of sitting there. He inside where they got that little where the stop is at before it goes into the gullet. It ain't gonna survive. Okay, well, throw it in the cooler. No, you throw it in there and it won't make it. All right, well, baby, you got a crappie for dinner because Gregory tried to do surgery and it was we're gonna have to notify next of kin. So we're gonna try to catch next of kin to notify. We'll put them in there with their cousins. What? You out there by that stick? Gregory likes using them fancy bobbers. Eh, my dog hears me. Naomi's watching me live, and my dog's probably looking around for me. I was going to bring her, but she was sleeping when I left. My line got really slack. What's going on here, buddy? It's because there's a fish on there. Ah, mosquito. Come here. What are you? A bullhead? Uh-oh. We got us a bullhead now. That's good bait right there. And if there was flatheads in here, that'd be awesome. Yeah. It's right there. What you doing, my Leatherman? It's over here, son. Hey, don't you bite me. I went in there. Now watch out, them things will poke you. Come here, buddy. I got something for you. Don't you bite me. I went in there. I'll get it out and I'll let you go in a minute. Well, now he fell in my bucket, so he might become bait. I'm going to leave him in there. Does anybody know if channel cattle eat that thing? Because this thing's full of big channel cat. Eric B, how you doing, buddy? This is my first live. Thanks for watching. I finally figured this stuff out. Now if I can just catch something big. I guess they do call it, like I said earlier today, they call it catching and not fishing. Or fishing and not catching. That would be nice if they called it catching and not fishing. Well, yeah, all right, threw it out, just got another bite. I missed him too. I gotta get up back in my chair, get out of the way so y'all can see Gregory. He's trying to hide over there. Well, I don't like that angle. I know I keep moving y'all around, but I want you to be able to see everything. Oh yeah, I might cut that thing up too. That's a good idea. The only bad thing about using cut bait in here is that there are turtles and you catch one once in a while, but that's part of it. Maybe that's what I need to do, is just put some cut bait on one. Hey, appreciate you guys watching. Looks like Gregory getting a little bit of a bump on his rod over here. He may be getting hooked up again. Today we're just fishing for whatever bites, but so far it's just dinks. I might try some, put on a bass lure and try some for some bass or something. My wife's dinner keeps trying to flip out the box. Thanks, Eric B. I appreciate you sharing it out. Yeah, I tried chicken out here before, and the only thing I catch when I use chicken out here where I'm at now is oh, Gregory had a bobber takedown, he missed it. But we use chicken out here, and all I ever catch is bullheads. I mean, granted, they're like 3-pound, 4-pound bullheads, but it seems mostly what I catch. Although Gregory's getting a bite there for a minute. Throw that out just about 10 foot further and see what happens. Hey, did you see that big swirl right there, Gregory? Yeah. I think something's pushing some shad up in here because I just seen some flash. When that went off, I seen some flashy over here. Hey, you want me to see if I can throw the net, get some shad, or you want to keep using what we're using? I guess he's good with what we're using. I don't really want to throw the cast net right yet anyway. Yeah, I where I'm at, we don't have any skipjack. If I want skipjack, I got to drive like 2 hours to go get skipjack. So my philosophy is if you don't have skipjack in the water you're in, it's probably, it's probably a good bait, but here this thing's loaded with shad, and during the early spring we'll get shad that are 20 inches long, and those make really good sides and gizzards and what have you. But right now the shad should be a couple inches long. I asked Gregory if he wants. I don't think Gregory wants me to throw the cast net right here where we're fishing and spook off what we're getting. So usually it only runs things off for a couple minutes. Oh, you want me to throw it? Oh, he wants me to throw it. Oh, I got to reel in some rods to throw the cast net. All right. Put him in the water so he'll survive. Hopefully nothing will come up and snatch him or he don't swim under. Hey, move that rod over there for a minute. Well, you grabbed the 5-footer. Oh, he grabbed the 5-footer. He's gonna make it hard. I hate leaving them wadded up in the case, but this is, like I said, this is a 5-footer, so I don't normally use it. Trying to throw a 5-footer from a wheelchair is not easy. We'll see how good I do today. All right, where's your other line at there, Gregory? Yeah, go fall off. Let's see what we can get. Now, everybody got their own way of throwing it. Gregory, you better move your head and knock you out. But there's proof a guy in a wheelchair could throw a cast net. Now, I'm just going to get it back up over the rocks fast enough. Nope. He's going to have to get me. Hey, don't lay that there. We'll get Gregory to retrieve it. If I was over there, I could have got it. Get anything? Hey, look. See, there was shad out there. I got one. There's one shad. Get it? Show him the shad, because I'm just going to put it on the rod. I'm going to try one more time, Gregory. Move my big rod again. Whoops. No, it doesn't help if you drop the lead. All right. One more time. All right, Gregory, go get it. Hurry. Sorry, I got to have help, guys. I just can't get over that rock down there. Pick it up. There's shad in it. I seen them. Another one. Well, two's better than nothing. We'll let that thing dry. All right. There's your proof. I did it. I'm kind of winded, but that thing's heavy when you're throwing a 5. I wish he'd have brought the 3. I'd have probably got more. But anyways, now I can bait up with a shad. You want a shad, Gregory, since you helped me get it? I'd have never. Oh, then I threw the rod out that I was going to bait the shad on. I got excited because I got 2 shad. We'll save him for after a little while. And if these shad don't work, then these shad don't work, I'm catching something, then I'll cut that bullhead. All right. Thanks, Harley. Sometimes when I do that, I'll throw myself out of the chair, and then I whine and cry that I hurt myself. This is the ice chest I got that crappie hiding in, and it keeps wanting to jump out. I'm going to zip it shut a little bit. That's our worm bag. Now let's see what happens on that shank. All right, got those set. There you got a couple more people in there. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you watching. Sorry I'm not doing so hot. I guess I'm catching a few, but they're smalls. Well, we've hit past an hour now, guys. Nearly fell out of the boat a few times throwing the net. Yeah, I've seen guys before do that. I think Gregory had a fish per minute. The way he jumped for that rod, I got excited for him. They give up on you, Gregory? You look awful hot in the sun there, son. Oh, look at there. Yeah. Oh, I think he came off. I think that's just the bait. Man, I gotta inspect that fish. I missed it. I thought I had him there for a minute. That was pulling pretty hard. Yep. Teeth marks all the way around it. That was a big channel that had that or something. All right, well, I know where I casted that, so it's going back out there. That was right out in about the same area, so we'll see if we get that fish back. I was kind of watching Gregory, wasn't really paying attention. I don't know if you guys seen it, but that pole started to go. Yeah, how do you guys do your? You guys tight line or do you guys slack them up a little bit? I I usually run my lines, where I mean there's a slight little, but I want that line straight so I can see the bite. Then I, pick it up. Well, there was my chance at something bigger and I missed it. So there's some PVC, 2-inch PVC pipes that are drove into the ground here, and somebody moved them all, so they're loose and stuff. And they were upright a little bit more to where your hole was more upright when you put them in the holder, and so it was easier for me to crank down on it and stuff. But now that handle is out over the concrete slabs it's on, and I have a hard time reaching it. Gregory's getting a bite. I'd love to see me hook it again too. Hey, I'm getting nibbles on that shad now. Ooh. Yeah, I got that. As on that shad. Is it channel cat or is it a bull? No, there's a bull here. Look at that bullhead. Nasty, slimy. Look at it, just messed up my nasty. Yeah! You got me all slimed out. Thank goodness for circle hooks. There's your bullhead for bait. throw that thing back in before I get pinned. Now the bad thing is slime all over my line. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Ugh. Then I forgot a rag. Come off of there. Tight line with 3-ounce no roll sinker. Well, I got that was from what, Steve Douglas. Yeah, I got a 2-ounce on the one, and on this one I just have a 1-ounce, and that's just a bank sinker. And then the hookup of 16 inches or so, and then a 3 or 4-inch lead off of that. And then I'm running a circle, and this is a double action circle. Oh, well, that was off the shad, so let's try one more. That was fast enough action, just the wrong species I wanted. Now, when I hook my shad, I hook them right underneath their fin. That fin, the bone right there underneath their back fin helps kind of hold it in place, I think. So I'm getting another bite on my other rod. Get this one back out quick. And it wasn't out as far as it was before, but yeah, this one's going. Hey, come on, get it. Do it again. I wasn't ready. I missed him. I got excited. Cleared that hook off of the worm, or the worm off that hook. I appreciate you guys watching. I really do. I'm amazed anybody wants to watch my, I'm kind of ugly, but I really do appreciate it. It's awesome. A lot of you guys that are out there that I admire, kind of doing your thing and getting along. We're all just in this together. We're all just a big fishing family, in my opinion. There's guys out there just like, get away from me. I don't want nothing to do with you. Go fish your own spot, stuff like that. But, man, you want to come fish by me, come sit down. Just don't cross my line and we good. The more the merrier, get somebody to talk to. Well, I had that much slack out. I got a tight line again. Let's see. I got some fish goobers on my glasses. How long we going on now? Hour and 10 minutes? Well, I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching. I know we ain't got much action going, but we're trying. I know if I want to use any more shad, I'm going to have to throw that cast net again. Yeah, hey, I appreciate you watching me tying jigs too. I'm going to do a couple of these live, tying some jigs in the next week or so. I was working on this video for you guys. I got a new lead pot. I got a 420 pot. It holds 20 pounds of lead, and I set it all up, and I made a bunch of clips on my GoPro, and then of course again the GoPros got hot, so corrupted video, then trying to edit out enough to where the video isn't, 45 minutes of me just trying to pour some lead stuff. I kind of, after working on that thing for probably 6 hours trying to edit that video out, I ended up erasing part of it, and then that really just got me aggravated. So I just kind of, I don't know. I was like, well, what do? Do you keep trying to go back out and try to patch us in, and or do you just cut it down to where it isn't right? So I just was like, one of these days I'll just do it. I think what I'm going to do now, after I figured this out and got it to where we can see some live stream on my channel now, maybe I'll just do live stream pouring the jigs and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. It's 99% of the time it's fishing and only catching that 1%. And that's on a good day. I just want something to take that big rod down again like it did. I was slacking on getting to it. I kind of moved a little bit closer, but then I covered Gregory up again. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it, but over there, probably, I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can see it in the video here. But there's an eagle's nest over in this tree row, and every once in a while you see them flying around, and then they come down, and I'm talking a bald eagle, and that old America bird, and she'll come down or he'll come down, whatever. They got a white head, white tail, and brown body, so I don't know how to tell males from females, but they'll come down and they'll hit the lake, and then they'll grab a fish and then take back off and go over and eat it on the bank or go back up in the tree over there. It's pretty awesome watching them do that. This year we got so many grasshoppers. The yellow grasshoppers, for some reason this year, just they're nuts. And we thought about going and catching a bunch of grasshoppers, but after Gregory got one or two and it spit all their tobacco on them, he's like, nope, ain't having it. Pontoon Judy. Jody, I guess is how you say your name, ain't it? Is Pontoon Jody. I've been watching you for a few weeks, girl. You tearing that dang tournament stuff up. And it's been a long time. I watched you here last week. Was it last week or the week before? Girl, you caught like, what was it? 20 fish or 21 fish in a night. And that was, I mean, you was doing good. Oh, I'm getting a nibble. Getting a nibble. Run with it, buddy. Oh, I got two poles going off now. I want this one's got the shad on it, so I'm gonna take it over the worm. Come on, what you doing with it? I can feel him. I hope it ain't a turtle. Well, I'll tell you what, girl, we ain't pontoon. We here their fish are like 3 pounds, 5 pounds. It ain't none of this like where you're fishing and catching them big blues. Today I'm at a lease that I got for Gregory because with him being autistic, sometimes he just don't like going places, and this is his go-to. We don't get nobody bothering us, and he really likes it. And mostly it's just channel catfish in here, and there's a lot of bullheads in here, bluegill. And the crappie in here are monstrous, though. This is where I caught all my crappie in the spring on my videos, where I was catching crappie that were 12 inches long and weighing a pound and a quarter, pound and one 1.4 or so in that area for 12-inch long crappie. So, and then I did a tie catch and cook, and on that tie catch and cook that was here, it was just over that way on the other side. Well, whatever was eating my shad gave up. Either that or he ate my shad. The bluegill rod gave up too, or the worm rod. Yeah, this pole I got worm on it twice over. The female is bigger than the male eagle. Yeah, I kind of knew that, but when they're flying in the sky, it's kind of hard to get a reference on what which one is what, unless they're like flying next to each other, I suppose. But usually I only see one flying at a time. I don't know if that's because they had chicks, earlier in the spring. I'm assuming so. They got a nest over here, and that thing's probably 15 feet across. And some of them we can drive over kind of by it. I mean, you get within a couple 100 yards of it, or well, probably 100 yards of it. And some of them branches, them things is 2-3 inches. I thought I seen my middle rod kind of flexing again, the one that has the shad. Let's see. I got worm, shad, and a green perch on this, or a green sunfish. I call it a perch because in Kansas, it seems like everybody calls everything a perch. Even though perch are what? Let's see. Perch are walleye, yellow perch. Is a white perch actually a perch, or is it more in the family with white bass and stuff? I mean, I know it don't have stripes, but I know they can kind of interbreed. But so I hate to pull that one in on the shad, but it was doing some stuff, and now it's not. But yeah, today is today's Wednesday, I think. So tomorrow night, uh, kind of a shout out for Lyle and Mark. Tomorrow night, don't forget, go watch Panfish Nation at 8. Can't tell him when they fly. Oh yeah, I can't tell when they fly. They I get, like if they're sitting in the nest together or something, you could probably tell on them eagles which one's which, because I'm sure their size difference is probably 15-20%. So you'd be able to see a pretty good difference in size. But all I got so far is one good crappie for dinner. I mean, some people don't like keeping crappie during the summertime, but I mean, that one was kind of foul hooked. It's either that or cut him up and use him for bait. Would that make everybody mad if I cut that crappie up and used it for bait? I know it would make my wife mad not getting to eat it. I seen on one live feed somebody was talking about cutting crappie up and using it for bait, and some people got pretty upset. What you throwing, Gregory? Got you a spinner? Yeah. Hey, Pontoon, I was going to ask you, how many rods you guys allowed to use in your state? I tried to ask you that one night, I think, but I can't remember. Here in Kansas, we only get 2, and if you pay for that third pole permit, you can use 3. I mean, when you go somewhere private, you use what you want, but I'm just so used to using 3 poles because I got that third pole permit. Yeah, I watch Kayak Catfish. He uses crappie quite a bit, but he's got like big giant blues and flatheads. This place here where I'm fishing at, this got some big channel cat in here. We caught some that were 20 pounds plus, but there's nothing else. It's just 22-acre little lake here. I just have really good service here, so I thought this would be a good spot to try my first one. It's unlimited in Tennessee. Man, I grew up from 10 to 14 down in Texas on the Brazos River. And down there, I think you could use like 10 poles, but we never used more than 2 or 3 just because we couldn't keep a hold of them more than that. Man, I really want to reel that dad one in. Leave it alone, David. Leave it alone. I guess if I reel it in, I don't have a shad. I could. There for a minute, I thought I had something. Yep, I don't have a shad. That's why he quit. He ate my bait. All right, so now what do we use? Another green? Or do I try to throw the cast net again? Y'all want to see me try to throw myself in the water again using the cast net? Okay, so white perch is in the bass family. Yeah, and I know that in the pike family, there's quite a few things, but around here, the only thing we've got is walleye that's in the pike, as far as I know. I mean, we have northern pike in Kingman Lake, which is only 7 miles from my house. That's the only lake in Kansas, I think, that's got it. But I don't know if they're. I mean, is a pike actually in the pike family, or what? Allowed over 36, otherwise unlimited. I need to get baited back up and get out of there. I just don't know what I want to use for bait. Damn, I think I kind of want to use another shad. I think I will. I'll set these rods. I'm going to try for shad one more time. I know it just kind of looks goofy me throwing a cast net. What else am I going to do? I need to put a worm back on that one anyways. Gregory, I'm going to lay that by you there, son. Get it out of the way. Hopefully now that it's laying on the ground, it don't shoot off like a rocket and I lose it. I'm not going to say how much. I think my wife's still watching. Scotty B, how you doing? Yeah, yeah. Just in case my wife's watching, we don't discuss prices of rods. I love you, dear. But needless to say, it's a Daiwa surf rod. So it ain't cheap. Let's just put it that way. I got a little taco out of that one, but I know I'm going to need Gregory's help. Yep. Gregory, I hung that rock again, if you would, son, please. Did you get anything? Nada. All right, I'll try one more time. I kind of tacoed that one. Get my legs operating here. You know what? You know what I think we should try, son? Here, you want to help me and try? You whip it in and I'll throw it. Get his batty out. Maybe we get it whipped in. Yeah, 18 rods. That's impressive. I have trouble keeping up with You know, sometimes I'll go someplace where it's somebody's pond or something, and we'll do some fishing. I use 4 or 5, but I have trouble keeping up with that. You got your pole set? Was you going to help me? He's got to get all of his stuff set. All right. You come over here on this rock, Gregory. Come over here on this rock real quick. It's probably not wise throwing where you're fishing at, but we're fishing out far enough. I don't think it really matters, guys. We've done this the whole time we fished all of our lives. We've thrown where, cast net where we're always fishing at, and we don't seem to bother it. So, but here we go, one more. I definitely tacoed that one. Hey, all right, get her. Hold up, see if we got anything. Nope. All right, I guess we try one more time. This time I cast it. One more time. See if I can throw myself. Come on. All right, it's nothing this time where I'm done. Nothing, right? Yeah. All right, I give up. They just moved on. Can you get my? I hooked a tree bass. Thank you. Thank you, Gregory. Thank you very much. All right. Well, I guess that didn't work, guys. The fish usually 6 to 8 or 6 to 12 rods. Got to make sense. I have more holders than. Yeah. Right here is not a real great spot for me to throw that cast net just because of these. There's 6 foot by 6 foot concrete slabs here, and there are a couple out, so I'm having to pull that net back over a few that and some broken rock, and it just, if I do it, I can get it, but I'm going to tear the crap out of it. So Gregory, sometimes that's nice to have him help, but I bet you if we went down to the cove, we could probably catch some good shad down there. We just keep using worms. We fish for what are we running on, guys? 1:30. We fish for another half hour or so, maybe 45 minutes, hour maybe. See what happens. All right, get this show back on the road. Get to going. All right. Well, sometimes throwing a cast net just don't work out for you. How many times you guys been out and thrown cast net all dang day and got like 1 or 2? I know Gregory had a little bitty. Come here, Dean. You're gonna make me fall in the bucket. Yeah, yeah, I'm stuck. All right. Okay, there's your little bitty green perch. We'll stick that on the bass rod. Yeah, and here I'm using this is my Daiwa bass rod that when I go places where there's small catfish, it works great. It's a Tatula. I forgot to put that rod back up so you guys could see it. Sorry. Hey, we got 9 people watching. I think that's pretty good. I appreciate 10 now. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm surprised y'all want to see my ugly butt. I mean, Gregory, he's out there having fun, so he's probably more interested to watch, except for me trying to throw myself out of a chair. Yeah, I tried to get out here this morning, guys, and it just did not work. I mean, I tried and I tried, and between trying to, the guy is coming over to paint the house, buddy of mine, and please show some love. Hey, yeah, hit the like, guys. I forget to say that sometimes. Hit the like button, the share button. You guys, spread me out. I appreciate it. Me and Gregory, we just love to go fishing, and if we're gonna go, you guys might as well watch. This is I hate to be the lazy one, but this is way easier doing this than trying to record all the fish that you catch. And I know there's just a lot of lull time, where you're not doing nothing, but I give you a little entertainment anyways, maybe. I did put that little green perch on there, but that seemed like it moved more than what he could. Good thing about it is when you use a little green perch like that, or green sunfish like that are only a couple inches long, the bass seem to really like them too, but so do everything else. The biggest bullhead that I have ever caught out of here, um, just since we've been catching a couple bullhead today, I caught a bullhead out of here probably 3 years ago that was about 6 pounds. Now think of using that thing for a flathead bait in big river somewhere. I bet you, I bet you, I bet you a 40 or a 50 pounder could get a 5 or 6 pound bullhead down its throat. Hey, you're glad you're not seeing my butt? Well, I did that. I tried to not, show that. So, I mean, I hope not. Sometimes being in the chair, though, you move around enough and then you kind of set off the edge to grab something. My butt does kind of stick out. And, and if I do moon you, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be scary. I don't know. I think maybe we should try to see if we can get a little action of something going. Well, you got a bite, Gregory? No, we just getting hinky on that. I think that one out between Oh, Gregory got something. A bass. A little baby bass. Yeah, there's people around here eat bullheads too, but not me. I'm not doing it. They're just I did it before and they're just kind of, to me, they taste fatty and just kind of greasy, and yeah, it wasn't my thing. I don't know, maybe it's just the bluegills, here in Kansas or something. But yeah, I'm not a bluegill eater. But I don't really eat channel cats neither. I just like catching them for fun and catching trees like I just did with this rod. Well, if I can get my jig out of the tree. There, got my jig out of the tree. Broke my line. Actually, the jig's still in the tree, but Gregory can get it later. Because I can't reach it. That line I'm trying. I was going to try to see if, well, I thought I had one in here. Try a little spinner and see if we could get a little action on throwing a spinner. Kind of seems like what Gregory's doing. Yeah, my wife will usually fight somebody over the last fillet too. And I do cook catfish and stuff, and we will eat catfish. It just, I'm not a big catfish eating person. I'd rather have the crappie and the bluegill. I don't know. But the biggest problem is here in Kansas, where I live out in South Central Kansas, the water in the river is probably 3 to 6 inches deep. And yeah, I said that right, 3 or 6 inches deep. And that ain't just because we're in a drought. That's how it's been for about 10 years. Now, uh, when we get floods, of course, the rivers go up 6, 8 feet. But, in my area, a deep river is considered 2 foot deep. And I know that's sad, but it's true. If we mostly fish reservoirs around here, or, ponds or stock ponds, or, leases like this, which are just, small little private lakes that people got around. And on me. Oh, I had a little bite right there and missed it. He was hitting it as I was taking it out of the water. I'm sorry, it's kind of boring, guys. It just ain't really much happening right now. Thought maybe throwing this spinner, get a bass or something. Little bluegill. Gregory's been throwing a spinner for a while, so it kind of makes sense. Probably not, but he's throwing a black one. I just was trying a white one. Yeah, I had one right there. And little green perch come up and just snatched it. Kind of stuck it on the edge of the rock there. Oh yeah, this winter, guys, I'm going to make some lives while I'm trout fishing and stuff. They're just stock fish, but we'll have the fly rod out and everything then. And guess what I just did again? Hook that tree. I got it back. But also the what our white bass and stuff, they'll start picking up here the end of this month, next month. And I'll go chase white bass and hybrids out at Cheney Reservoir. So kind of keep an eye out for that. 7 miles to the Mississippi and the that's river. Right on. Yeah, hey guys, I appreciate you watching. I really do. I'm sorry we're not getting much right now. We're trying. That breeze feels good though. Hopefully it's not too noisy for y'all. I thought Gregory was getting a bite there for a minute. Yeah. Set that aside for now. There's nothing going on right now with that. Well, we were getting bites there for a while, and then stuff just kind of slacked off. Of course, it don't help. We're fishing in the heat of the day. You guys are some awesome people checking me out. I appreciate you. Everybody that subscribed to me in the last few days and last month, appreciate it. I've been trying to go live on this uh, for a while, and trying to do it with a broken phone and everything was just a pain. I got my phone fixed yesterday. I'm happy now. I wasn't able to get on Facebook or Instagram or nothing. The top half of my phone wasn't working. I was sitting there trying to push the buttons and it wouldn't do nothing. So I broke my screen. First time I broke my screen in probably 10 years. But them new puppies, Raven, the black one, she jumped up on my lap and hit the edge of the phone, and it kind of flipped down and hit my wheelchair and then bounced over and hit the brick by the back door that we used to hold the back door open. I don't know if it broke hitting the chair or the brick, but I'm assuming it was my wheelchair first. That sharp edge right down by my caster wheel is what hit. Starting to get that sun. Just a little bit. Catch that shade again. Yeah, they're just not doing much. That shad, they hit that shad pretty good, but it's being bullhead. I see all kinds of things jumping though. There's a mud dauber in my hat. Somebody got a mud dauber in their hat. Wasn't me. I forgot what my wife said we was having for dinner tonight, or what I was having to cook for dinner tonight, but I know somebody's eating a fish. I think Gregory's fixing to catch one. No, false alarm. I wonder if fishing out so far is the problem. Maybe I should move in, pull them in some, getting up next to the bridge. I'm being antsy, people, because ain't nothing happening and it's getting hot. Oh, something starting to look like something trying to hit my that little green perch that we, or green bluegill we are. Can't even speak today now. The green sunfish I got on there, that small one, something was kind of playing with it. Ah, I got something. I just threw that out there. It's another crappie. I caught a crappie on a worm, guys. It happens from time to time. Well, what do you guys think about keeping crappie during the summertime? Do you think it affects their meat? Somebody said that it does, but you know, I'm going to take these things home. I'm going to put them on ice again for a while, because I'm going to keep this one too, just because. If I get the hook out of his mouth, that fish wasn't coming off. There. Now that crappie is, that's just, that crappie's 10 inches, just a little bit right there at. I mean, I'm measuring with my hand and I go by my tattoos, where my tattoos are at. So I'm going to keep that one too. I should have brought a bigger cooler, but we'll be going home before too long, maybe. Well, the crappie are biting on worms. That gives me an idea. All right, now here's the thing. I tie jigs and the crappie are biting. So now I'm going to go get a jig and I'm going to put a bobber on. And we're going to try to catch crappie on purpose. I wonder if I got any of my hybrid jigs. Well, 2 crappie, that'll be enough for a fish sandwich. Got any more in there? I need a bobber that'll handle that, or just give me my box out of the back seat. Gregory's gonna give me this crappie jig. That thing is huge. I don't know if I want to use that. Yeah, I need a bobber. I gotta go get me a bobber. There's a bobber in there. I got a bobber. Let's try. I got a little. Ouch! I got a hook in my finger first off. All right, since that's the second crappie on a worm out there in that spot, let's try one of my white hybrid jigs and a bobber. Now, when I tie on a jig, I don't usually tie it straight on, guys. I'll tie it like a loop knot, and I don't know how y'all tie your loop knots, but I just do it like that. Just twist it around a few times. I mean, they're crappie. They're not gonna be super big and heavy. Unless you get that 3-pounder, then they will be. That would be nice. If I got a 3-pounder today, I would be a happy man. And in here, it happens from time to time. And those crappie were on the bottom, so we're going to give him about 2.5 feet. So if they want to come up, they're only coming up a foot. Because I bet you it ain't that deep out there. All right. Here's what I'm using, guys. This is one of my hybrid jigs. I don't know if you can see it or not. There you go. Maybe. Hopefully can. Can you? We get this and throw it out. Now with when I fish for jigs during in the summertime, guys, I actually work them pretty hard. I don't just let them sit there and float. I don't know what y'all do. They were biting in Indiana. Well, I wouldn't think they'd be biting here as hot as this water is, because I bet you this water temperature is every bit of in the high 80s, because it's hot. I don't have a thermometer with me today. The last time I checked it, up here by the bank, it was 92 degrees. That's freaking hot for water. That wind's got a little bit of a breeze to it, so we will let it kind of just work out there. That bobber it might want to just swing a little bit. We'll see if some slow action will work with that, and if not, we'll do some ripping on it. Hey, I got 13 watching now. Hey guys, appreciate it. Y'all are awesome. I really mean it. I looked back and I didn't see my bobber. It was because it was where the shadow was. I'm getting a bite on that. Something's out there messing with that green sunfish. I hope it ain't a turtle. I want another takedown like I had earlier when I pulled it out of his mouth because I got too excited. Gregory's trying to catch a snake, y'all. He's going to catch a snake and come and show you. These snakes will come up and, the water snakes, all the diamondback water snakes, they'll come up around, and Gregory, he'll catch them and fling them back out in the water. Or sometimes he'll feed them little shad if we got, shad that are dying off or something. He's almost about to make some of them things a pet. Actually, I'm going to take my bobber off. I'll throw it out there a couple of times without the bobber, just scooted across the bottom. I can't believe them crappie picked that up off the bottom, though, because I know that thing was on the bottom. I mean, I can believe it because I've caught plenty of crappie on worms, but it's just unusual, I think. Boy, if it wasn't for that breeze, guys, I wouldn't be able to stand it. Uh-oh, we just got another bump on the rod, on the big rod. Or was that the wind catching it? No. I don't know. Did you guys see that? Boy, they really slowed. We ain't had a bite for a minute. You know, the crappie, but they was biting on worm. Maybe I should have just stayed with the worm. Or if I had my big bag with me, I'd have some 3-inch little panfish worms. They're only like 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter across. That cicada is singing right there in that tree behind me. This year, the cicadas aren't so bad, but there's some years they were so noisy you couldn't do nothing. You wouldn't be able to do this in some years. I think our big hatch here in Kansas is in like 4 more years or something like that, where they all are out everywhere. Wonder if I got a little beetle spin lead. Oh, Gregory actually caught another green sunfish. I'm gonna put on in my last video that I had up on my channel, guys. I tied a black no, I don't have no spins in here. Yeah, maybe I do. Nope, just super dinky one. In my last video, I tied up a one of my hybrid jigs. It was black, and I want bigger than that. I got some in the other box, I thought, or maybe in this box. Nope, I got one right here. I got one right here. But I tied up this black jig, and I suggested that when the jigs aren't working good vertically or just bouncing off the bottom and stuff, use it like a beetle spin and put a spinner blade on that thing. So that's what I'm going to do. Tie this on first. Get my blind eyes to work in here. See, I didn't even put enough twists in that. I can't see with that reflection in my face. Now, I'm not just throwing my line on the ground either, guys. I'm putting it in my little bucket down here. So remember, when you're out fishing, don't leave all your trash laying around, because ain't nobody like it. And I'm the kind of guy that if I see somebody dumping their trash or not picking it up when they leave, and sometimes it's other people's trash, so you can't expect for people to pick it up. You know, I understand that. But when you physically see them drop their trash and then walk away from it, I'm kind of a butthead. I'll say something. Maybe I should just keep my mouth shut, but that's just not me. Okay, now we got us a little spinner, and Gregory got another green perch. Why them big rods are trying to do something. We'll see if we can do something. And this has got a Colorado blade on it, so nice, thumpy. Gregory just got another. Man, I should turn the camera on you, Gregory. I don't know if they seen you throw that there, but I'm sure. Yeah, guys. Hey, thank you, Richard. I appreciate it. Remember, hit the thumbs up, the like, the share. I don't know how much longer you want to stay, guys. It's going to, we're on 2 hours now, and really not doing a lot. We stay a little bit longer, see what happens. I appreciate you sticking around this long. I know it's kind of boring. I'm sorry. I did catch 2 crappie, a bullhead. Gregory caught a couple bass, a bunch of green sunfish. I keep wanting to call them green perch because that's what we call them here. It's just like when I grew up in Texas, 10 to 14. Down there, everybody called them sand bass, and come up here and everybody calls them white bass. I know they are called white bass, but trying to throw around that tree. Oh, my wife said she made me homemade granola. Threaten a fat man with a good time. Oh, Gregory just about had a bass. He just pulled his jig up out of the water, and the bass tried to jump out of the water to get it. Granted, the bass was only 8 inches long. It was still funny. He got a big old smile on his face right now, guys. Creep that thing along the bottom. That sun's about to catch me. Move back any further, I'll be beside the truck. Yeah, so here's the thing is, how long do y'all leave a rod in the same spot? I know like I'm fishing on a point, so I can cast south of me, almost straight south of me, and I will be 60, 70 feet offshore because we're kind of on point. Or if I cast that way, I'm out in the middle to all the way over that way. Do you like just go there for a while and then go there for a while and then go there for a while and then go there for a while, or do you just get up and move? Um, to answer for Naomi, the when she makes granola, it is basically rolled oats, and then you put in raisins and walnuts and just all kinds of other nuts, whatever you want. She puts like little mini M&Ms in it, um, some wheat germ, and then uh, there's like a sauce that goes over all of that. That's like honey and corn syrup and just some other goodies in there. And then uh, after that, you put it in the oven at a like 320 or something like that, and cook it for a little bit and toast it up, and then pour it all in a container. And then you can either put milk on it or you can put. Oh, Gregory got something big. Woohoo! Gregory got a bass. All right, sorry I moved you like that, guys, but I had to get that bass on camera. Here, now you step over here a little bit, Gregory. There you go. There's Gregory's bass. Woohoo, Gregory! You the man. Quick release. He just about dropped it and smacked the water pretty good. Yeah, I hope I didn't move it too fast for the camera quality to keep up. That's a good bass for Gregory. What was that on? A worm, Gregory? He caught that on a night crawler, guys. Kind of move you over just a little bit more again. I'm just trying to keep you guys out of the wind and get you a good enough view. That wind is out of the northeast right now. And that may be the problem because they say, what does they say? When the wind's out of the east, the fish like bite the least. Oh, there's a little action on that fish. I can't tell. I think it's just that little guy. I think it's just that green sunfish swimming around down there bumping it. I need another big takedown like we had earlier. Oh, there's a little turtle bud. I think that's your little bobber chasing buddy, Gregory. We got this one turtle when we come here. He's always for. This little turtle. This little turtle always comes around when we're fishing here, and it seems like the same one every time. And he's not scared. He'll get right up next to you. Yep, I probably should have kept that worm rig on there for them. Uh, you know how it goes, guys. When you start thinking you try something different, and that worked for a minute, and then you try something else, and thinks that'll work for a minute, and so I'll find my rig that I had earlier. I think I could put it back in that bag. Gregory, the lid blown away on the worm, son. Hey, you didn't put the lid back on it, blown away. I'm gonna hook back up and get back out there and try again with the worm. Thank you, Gregory. This time, instead of doing a double hooked rig, I just do a single with the drop shot style. Give this a shot for a little bit more and see if we get one more crappie for Gregory to eat. Actually, I'll give up mine for Gregory so that way Gregory and Mama both can have one. Well, did you about have one? No, we only got like 5 worms left, so we'd be cutting her short before too long. Yeah, little Debbie's, man, they come in my house. Them little Debbie's will disappear, let me tell you. Hey, Gregory, you got a rod taken off. It was that turtle bud. Eh. Gregory's little pet turtle. Yeah, that breeze is picking up now. Jimmy Graham, hello, how you doing? Appreciate you guys coming, watching me, even though I'm not catching nothing. I mean, caught a few, but dinky dinks. And now the wind's starting to get a little bit gustier. I'm assuming we're probably blowing 15 mile an hour now, 10, 15. But no takedowns on the big rods. Pontoon Jody, I appreciate you watching. I sure like your stuff. At least you catch a lot of nice blues and stuff, so you make it interesting. I'm just sorry I'm being so boring today, guys. It just seems like nothing really hitting good. I had that one good takedown and then I missed it. Gregory just caught something. What'd you catch, Gregory? Nice bluegill. What do you think, guys? I give it another 15 minutes or so. I'm not boring. Well, I appreciate that. I greatly do. I tell you what, this place, I like coming out here with my kayak, but I got too fat and now I sink my kayak. my I The back of my kayak sets about a half inch underwater, so it is just a 10 footer, and I am kind of chubby. I eat too much now that Naomi's been home since October, and when she's like, cook me something, I'll like, okay. So, and you know how it is, you got to taste everything you cook. But she is doing good, and I'm grateful to have her still with me. That car wreck was something major bad, dear. I'm telling you. That night, I thought when I broke my back that was bad. That night when my wife had her car wreck and we found out her back was broken, I was so scared. I hated it. I for over a week, until she started to get some movement back in her feet good and stuff. I was freaked out, guys. Even more so than when it happened to me. Thank you, Jody. I appreciate it. Yeah, my dad too. That's another thing. I have a '03 Oldsmobile Silhouette minivan that has a wheelchair ramp and stuff in it. And I gave it to my mom because my dad had a stroke, and she's been going down there to the nursing home and picking him up and taking him for dinner and stuff. So getting him out of there for a minute. I wished he could come home. I wished he could go fishing with me again. I miss fishing with my old man. We'd always just go up to my pond. He didn't ever really get a fishing license. Last couple years he actually did, but we only got to use it a couple times. It just his schedule and my schedule never figured out together. So yeah, Danny, this is my first live. I've never gone live before, and I've been trying to get it figured out the last week. And my dang phone broke on me. So then what did I do? I went and got my phone fixed yesterday. I actually had to call into the insurance and stuff and get them to warranty it out and then pay the deductible. And then they send you the phone in the mail. Well, when they sent me the phone in the mail, the SIMS card with it was corrupted. So I couldn't turn it on myself, and I had to go to the store and have them help me there at T-Mobile, and they got her hooked up. So now I got my phone back. So it worked out pretty good because I wanted to go fishing today, and I knew it wasn't going to be too terrible hot, even though it's like, I'll bet you it's 95 degrees. My wife could tell me because she got her phone with me. Let's see if I can read it. Oh, it says 93 on my phone. So, I mean, it's fairly hot. I'm hiding in the shade. We got a good breeze going, but no fish biting. Nothing big. It is a pretty place, though. It's not real big. You guys could probably see, a fifth of it in the screen. So, there you go. It's not that big. Probably, I'd say a half mile long, and then, 200, probably 200 yards across to the other side. Some spots it's probably 250 yards wide. And then on this north end up here, that thing is like medic for outdoors. How you doing? Yeah, the up on the north end, this thing's only like 3 foot deep for the whole half of it, and it warms up quick during the springtime, and we can get out here and we can chase some big crappie. That wind noise ain't too bad, is it, guys? I hope it's not. I got you sitting in the bed of my truck. Right on, right on. Thanks, Danny. Yeah, I think what I want to do is, I think I'll come back out here in a couple days and maybe we can hit this place first thing in the morning with and get something done. I have a hard time getting Gregory up before 8 o'clock. He likes to stay up and play them video games late, watch that YouTube, get caught up on all of his fishing and car stuff. I'm just surprised ain't nothing going on again. It just like everything dropped off. Work this worm back in like what I was earlier. Maybe I could catch something to bite. See, that's why I kind of like using these rigs I do because I can drop shot. I mean, it's basically drop shotting, and you can work that back. Maybe a bait moving on the bottom make them want to bite a little bit more. Also, this would be a good place to come to do a live on my kayak. If I could ever, I got to lose another 20 pounds. I know I do. It's just all there is to it. I just got to do, you know, this whole wheelchair thing and trying to lose weight. Sometimes it just ain't easy, man. I tell you. I mean, just losing weight, period, ain't easy. But of course, also I really don't care except for the fact that I'm seeking my kayak. I knew when I bought my kayak. Ooh, I thought I had a bite there for a minute. Maybe I just hit a stick. When I bought my kayak, I knew once I did, I was like, when I took it out, I was like, this thing doesn't track as well as what I thought it would. It just, you just kind of want to spin around. And what I did was I got a 10-foot Ascend T10, and it's too small. So now what I like to do is get another one, but I want to get a 12-footer, and I want to get away from the Ascend line. Um, I went with the Ascend because it was at Cabela's, and it just, I mean, it was there. You got that plastic money, so you're just like, get it. Well, first couple times I took it out, I was like, well, this ain't a bad kayak. And then, I took it out probably that whole first year, and then the next year I took it out quite a few times, but this year I just haven't done a whole lot. So it, Richard David Dell. I appreciate you guys subbing. I appreciate you guys liking, and appreciate y'all sharing me out. Well, guys, it's been a minute. Gregory just caught another green perch or green sunfish. I know. I want to be that way. Hey, there's your snake, bud. You should have fed him. He's looking where you threw it. You just went over both my lines. Ready? Jerk now. Hold on, hold on. Here, come and get it. Gregory hooked me. That's all good. I wanted to check that rod anyways. That's got that little green sunfish on there. Bring him in slow so I don't drown him backwards. You got TT marks on you? Come here, let me see you. Oh, heck no. I don't know if you guys can see it, but like from here back, there's no scales on this fish. So something small had him, and they was just down there gnawing on him. That's what that movement was. I thought it was too much to be him at first, but I'm going to throw him back out there because he ain't hurt. He's still breathing or trying to breathe. I guess he wasn't breathing because he was out of water, but he was trying to. Well, guys, I don't know, man. They just slowed off so much. It just is what it is. What are you going to do? I know Gregory's getting in the sun now, and I am too. I'm kind of hot. What do you think, Gregory? You think we should tell everybody hi, bye, see you later, howdy doody? What? I think we're at 2 hours and 30 minutes. So, hey guys, I think we're gonna pretty much probably call it here for now. Um, I greatly appreciate y'all. I just because I found this how to do this live feed thing out, don't mean that this is all I'm going to do. Neither I'll still be tying my jigs and making my little videos for jig tying and all that. I'm not going to give up on that. And you know, we got to see Rosie and Raven every once in a while, and the other two little Dachshunds we got. So you know, like I said, we got two Dachshunds now and two Dobermans. The Dobermans are 13 and a half weeks. They will be 14 weeks this Sunday. So they're getting big. They're about 25 pounds a piece. And little terrors sometimes Naomi gets, she's all like, they're get them because they're run with they'll take, you know, a washcloth or a sock and they'll take off or run with it, and she trying to get them. It's just, I love it. It's great. But hey guys, I appreciate you watching. I greatly do. I think we're gonna call it because it's hot and I'm ready to go home and see Mama. So hey Danny, hey, man, I tell you what, this won't be the last one. It is the first one, but it won't be the last one, and I appreciate it. Sorry you got in so late. I didn't put out when I did this today. I didn't know how to set up the you know, like the let you know that I'm coming thing, um, and put it out as a preview or whatever it is. So I'm learning, guys. Just bear with me. I'm trying. I'll get it figured out. Next time, y'all get a couple-hour warning, or even maybe a day or so warning before I come live next time. That way, everybody will be able to see it. So, hey, Richard, I appreciate you helping me here do the little bit of narrating. I appreciate everybody showed up. Jody and Danny and Scotty and Dell and you know, just Jarvis and just Medic and all you guys. I just appreciate it. I'm enamored. Y'all want to watch my ugly butt, but you know, I know you guys are just here to watch the fish. It just happened today and it was all dink. So, hey guys, I really greatly appreciate you. I love y'all. Y'all you're just, I can't get over it, man. I finally got my first live stream out. So, hey guys, I appreciate it. Go tie something, go catch something, go cook something, go eat something, just go have some fun. So, hey, we'll see you guys. Take her easy.